So I want to talk about the steward and the master. 11 of Christ's 39 parables deal with finances and asset management, and most of them concern the steward and the master. There might be several stewards, one master. Normally there's one master. A steward is one entrusted with another's wealth or property and charged with the responsibility of managing it in the owner's best interest. So the first thing we have to understand, when we are talking about stewardship, the steward is very different than the owner. And if a steward ever forgets that he or she is a steward and starts to think of himself as the owner, he's going to get into a lot of trouble. I mean, think of a financial manager of a wealthy person who has to give an account to the manager of how he's investing and using his money. And then one day the master notices that the money's gone. Then he says to the steward, "Where's my money?" And the steward said, "No, I just planned a great vacation. I'm taking my family to, we bought the tickets. We're going to have a great time. We're going to build a house down at the beach." And then the owner says, "That's my money. That's not your money. Your job was to manage my money, invest my money the way I wanted you to in my best interest." So if we're really stewards, then we're going to have to begin with the concept of God's ownership being the dominant theme. If we regard this as belonging to me, well, if it belongs to me, I'm entitled to do what I want to with it, right? But if it belongs to God, there's the ultimate paradigm shift. If I'm God's money manager, and it all belongs to Him, not even most of it, not some of it, not like 10% belongs to God and 90% belongs to me, not all belongs to Him, well then I better ask Him what He wants me to do with it, and I better be more careful than I would be if it was just mine. In which case you figure, hey, I'm entitled to do what I want to. So the stewardship parables, there's the shrewd manager. We actually looked at that one in Luke 16. Remember the welcoming into their houses and all that. There's the faithful and wise servant of Matthew 24, Luke 12. The watchful servants of Mark 13 and Luke 12. The talents, the sometimes pronounced minas, sometimes minas, that are in Matthew 25 and Luke 19. There's the sheep and the goats. We looked briefly at that one, Matthew 25. There's the tenants, the vineyard renters that are in 3 of the Gospels. There's the unworthy servant of Luke 16. There's the rich fool we just looked at of Luke 12. There's the rich man and Lazarus that we alluded to of Luke 16. So, the cumulative lessons concerning the master. First and foremost is ownership. The master is the owner of all assets. Everything belongs to the master, therefore he alone has the right to do with it whatever he wishes. The steward's job is to know, to find out what the owner wants done.